I hate this thing about people thinking, oh, well, we've heard a Queen album, let's go and see this, their stage show and see if it sounds the same. I mean, I think by now, people who come to see our shows know that it's not going to be exactly the same. We don't want it to be. How boring if we reproduce note for note what was on the album. They might as well sit at home and listen to the album with a few visuals thrown in. I mean, I'd like them to come and see that it's a show, it's entertainment, and our songs take on a different meaning when we do a stage show. So I mean, what they hear on record can be totally different to what they hear on stage. I mean, we deliberately do that, and I mean, like that because some of the songs have that depth. I think that where we can do it on an album, and when we do it in a show, we can totally twist it around, and we do what is best for the show. A song like "Love of My Life," which is a song from Night at the Opera. I mean, it's very classical and it's got lots of musical instruments on the album, and when we do it on stage, it's just me and Brian. I mean, Brian just plays an acoustic guitar and I just sing it, and it's a very good song for rapport. I mean, I like to get the audience participating with me, and most of the time I let them sing the song because they're into that. So I mean, I basically conduct that song, and I love the fact that they just sing it. So it's totally different from what they hear on an album.
People steal from each other in rock and roll a lot.
All the time.
Do you?
All the time, yeah. But there's stealing and there's robbing and there's sort of acts of murdering. So I mean, it just depends. I mean, everybody steals, and sometimes you steal without even thinking it. That can be good. I mean, it's just. I mean, I don't sit down and listen to everybody and say, okay, I'm going to snatch that phrase or whatever. I mean, I can get influence. Like Aretha Franklin's like phrasing is just wonderful. I wish I could sing like her. Her phrasing is just so beautiful. I mean, it's so effortless, and it's just. She just sings like a dream. It's just like she doesn't have to think about it. I mean, when I have to sing, I think about it. I think, okay, I have to and I practice a few phrases and then do it. Whereas I can tell by just listening to Aretha Franklin's records that, I mean, she just goes and then it's effortless. Having said that, I'm sure she'd call me up and say, wait a minute, I go in there and do. No, but it just sounds so effortless, and it's all sort of spontaneous phrasing and things, which is what I love. And I sometimes try to do that it's like a song called Somebody to Love. That was the gospel element, and when Aretha was doing all the gospel stuff, I just loved that. The big, humongous choir behind her, all sort of like tidal waves behind her singing. That's what I liked, and that's one element of Queen, because I mean the multi-tracking harmonies and all that. There's various ways of doing harmonies, and the gospel side of harmonies is just stupendous.